Right, hello there everyone, welcome back to James Redmond TV and welcome to another match reaction, Liverpool 2, Everton 0. And I want to talk about how good Liverpool was in moments today, and you know, we had a lot of attacking to do with the fact that we played against a friggin' bus. But the thing is though, what a scam of a football team that we're playing. How are they a Premier League team, seriously? A group of amateurs, an amateur manager performance and an amateur player for performance. The only player you can give any credit to is someone who embarrasses himself every single time he comes into Anfield, which is Jordan Pickford. He was probably the only one who put his heart on the line today. Otherwise, all those other Everton players, fair play, you're playing blocked football, no football in general. I mean, Onana probably had the best chance of the game with the friggin' long shot from trying to do a shabby Alonso, but just what a scam of a football team. You know, their fans must be so heavily disappointed in having to pay money to see that shit, and that is exactly what it was today. It was absolute bollocks, not football at all, a disgrace of a display. People are saying to me, like, the refs helped us. Let's agree with the hypotheses that the referees were on the side of Liverpool today, even though it was a clear penalty, and Konate didn't deserve to be sent off. But let's say the penalty was a gift, and let's say Konate should have been sent off. There was no offence prior to those moments. So where's the evidence that suggests Everton were going to even get anything out of this game if it was to go in their favour, if the red card for them was harsh? Friggin' hell, Dylan Danner showed more offence against Logan Paul in their boxing match, and he threw 9 friggin' punches. You know what I mean? Sean Dyche's not even letting Pickford go up for a corner. There was no ambition, no drive. And the reason why it makes me angry is because that team is a scam of a football team. You all telling me they're better than Leicester? Seriously. Leicester did put up more of a challenge against us, showing a little bit more offence. Just an absolute disgrace. Constant fouls, constant blocks, Brexit football at its finest. And yes, you should expect that with Sean Dyche, but absolutely terrible. And I hate that football team because every single time we play them, we always batter them. That's not the problem that I have, but it's the arrogance going into the games and then the outcome in which is displayed. And it's always devastating for our players. They're getting bruises, cuts, fouls. You know, they got away with murder with a couple of, potential penalty shouts today as well, in my opinion. And I'm not trying to make this about Everton, but this is why I weren't excited for the game, and it's why I said it's going to be a little narrow 1-0 or a 2-1. Turns out I was wrong because of Mo Salah's brilliance, a great penalty, a great goal, Darwin Núñez being the super sub that I know he can be, and I thought he was fantastic. And to those who were doubting Jota today, I thought that you guys were heavily mistaken. I thought he had a great game. I thought he was creating a lot of chances. I thought he was the most efficient out of the front three. I thought Diaz was poor, but I thought the mainstays was Núñez, Salah and Jota. I thought them three had really, really good games. But let's break that game down. First half, you've got Trent and Szoboszlai pretty much controlling the whole of the first half. Long shot galore. And listen, we had to. Because prior to them going down to 10 men, and after them going down to 10 men, they were shit. And they were putting every single player behind the ball humanly possible. A disgraceful football and performance. Embarrassing. And the fact that we could still eventually break that down, which is very difficult. I don't care if you are an amateur football team like the way they displayed today. It's very hard to break that down. 10 grown men who were designed to defend. When you've got Tarkowski, Will Keane, this is what they've been brought up on. The reason why they were shit at the reason why Will Keane could never make it at United, and the reason why Tarkowski has been a Burnley and an Everton player is because he's a Brexit footballer. To break down a team like that is so humanly difficult. So for those who were disappointed maybe that we didn't have as many clear-cut chances, be proud that we took away the few chances we could get, because it's very, very difficult to play against a team who doesn't want to play. You know, you can look at this same analogy in boxing, you can look at it in MMA. If your opponent doesn't want to fight but they are opting to survive, it's very, very difficult to go out and get that knockout or to really try and find a way to open up if the hands are just here all the time. And that's exactly what Everton did, which I don't even necessarily blame them. But the money that they're wasting for their fans, and I've got mates who are Everton fans, and I feel fucking terrible for them because they're watching the shittest football in the league every single week. Thankfully, we don't have to suffer with this. We've got amazing players all throughout our team. Szoboszlai, great performance. Trent, great performance. Offensively, we controlled the game from start to finish, conducted the choir. And anyone who's saying that we got away with refereeing decisions just show that you've got a bias against Liverpool, because I'll be honest, there should have been more decisions in our favour, and the fact that we didn't get more decisions in our favour makes me more sceptical about even future games, as the refereeing performances week in, week out have been shite. And yes, I'm going to complain about the refereeing performance even after we've won a game. Doesn't matter. But listen, who cares? Because we freaking won. But it just made me, I was just angry for the majority of the 90 minutes. You know, we didn't really create too many chances, and it does make me wonder, why do we even... Oh goodness, drop my table. There was like a little table next to my camera, so nearly ruining it, nearly dropped again. Oh my goodness, that table showed more offence than friggin' Everton today. Listen, I'm fine with having to do what you've got to do, but how can you even play against that team? So I'm simply saying to those who might have been disappointed with the lack of chances, don't be overly disappointed. We got the win. We did what we needed to do, and you break it down overall. Alisson had fuck all to do. I think he had one shot. One chance that he really had to make. You seen Onana try and do a shabby Alonso. I thought Shimicast did fine. But the thing is, you can't even judge our defence today. I don't think you can sit there and say anyone was good or anyone was this, that and the other. I think our defence was, it didn't have much to do, with all due respect. We won every single battle, won every 50-50, and they were just there to be battered. So it's fine that we did what we needed to do against the team that was willing to sit back. And that was worse than, if you think about the worst managers to sit back, you think about your Diego Simeones, you think about, your Jose Mourinho's at Manchester United, park the bus at its peak. That was something else. That was terrible and such an unenjoyable game of football until we slapped them twice with 2 Salah goals. And by the way, more Anfield goals than Kenny Dalglish and Steven Gerrard. I mean, the conversations that Salah's putting himself in is insane. The fact that he can put himself in a conversation legacy-wise with someone like Thierry Henry is crazy, because he's an unbelievable player. Just someone who knows how to find goals, find assists, and, everything that everyone's been creaming about Ronaldo for the past couple of years in his 30s, which is getting goals, getting assists in a fantastic way. Mohamed Salah's doing that in the Premier League, which is great. And listen, Ronaldo did that at 37, so I'm not making a like-for-like comparison. But for those who say, Salah doesn't maybe have the most beautiful technique on the eye, Ronaldo hasn't for years either. But you know what? He still went out. He still scored goals, even though he's been out of his prime. And I think with Salah, he's lost the yard of pace and his dribbling isn't the best. But you know what? He finds a way. And I think when you're a limited footballer based on a technical basis, and yet you can still go and score goals. Scored 2 against Brighton, scored 2 today. Goal contribution every single game this season. And I will include Tottenham in that, because he did get an assist for Diaz, which was unfairly disallowed. That would now make Salah's run, if that goal was counted, but unfortunately, due to referees being crap, it weren't allowed. That would be now like a 14-game consecutive streak of goal contributions, which just shows all these Saka comparisons and all that. Any other winger that you try and compare Salah to is absolutely ridiculous. Based on output, you can put Haaland in the conversation, and that's probably about it. Nobody else can talk to Mohamed Salah based on output. And what a player, what a great man. And I don't care if people want to talk about age, this, that, and the other. Peaks happen for different people. If you thought Michael Owen was gonna, go on this trajectory, you're wrong, weren't you? He had his peak when he was young, and then he didn't when he was old. Salah was kind of reversed, and what a career he's had, and what a Liverpool career he's had particularly. And I hate the fact that, now the conversation's always about, like, is he going to stay, is he going to go, this, that and the other, but I don't care. I'm enjoying him while he's here. That's what you've got to do, so I'm buzzing about that. And the reason why I never went live today is because I'm not really feeling well, but that game kind of just made me angry to a point where I was like, and I was always going to do a match reaction, but sitting down for 2 hours, got a little bit of a toothache, bit of a headache, and just bedbound for the day, guys, so please do bear with me. It started yesterday. My Wi-Fi has been going all crazy as well, to be fair. But do you know what? I'm glad I never done a watch-along, because I would have been angry for the majority of the game because of how they performed. I haven't hated a win so much. I love the win. I love the fact that we could go out the game and get a win. But I mean, the overall 90 minutes, winning that game, it was so horrible to watch. It was eye-scratching. And I hate playing that football team. It's why I want them to get relegated, honestly, because, listen, I'd feel sorry for certain people. The economy of Liverpool would obviously go down as well. So from that aspect, you can't want them to go down as a Scouser. But, listen, just based on the fact that you play them, all they do is kick the living shit out of us, and they still can't win. They injure half of our players and they can't do for all, and then they're crying about referee performances. Oh my goodness. The same referees that decided to leave Pickford on the pitch, you should have got about an 8-game ban a couple of years ago. You are wild, mate. And I'd love to see all Everton fans getting rattled in the comments down below. I really would. But if you're an honest Evertonian, you should be disappointed in your own boys. You should be disappointed in the fact that you're getting robbed of your money week in, week out, because you are. I'd be boycotting games if I was supporting that football club, because listen, I love Liverpool, but if they were going out playing like that, what product am I playing for? I'm not paying for a bus. I'm paying to watch 11 players at least go out and try. And there was no attempt at victory there from Everton. Such a shameless, underwhelming terrible performance, and it did make me upset because, we had to suffer that, you know what I mean? We're the one getting kicked the living shit out of, and, we're the one who's relying on referees actually making the right decisions, and thankfully that penalty was the right decision. But yeah, like I said, the standouts mainly were the attackers, I thought, and Trent, Szoboszlai will fall into that as well. But defensively, I can't really judge us too much. How can you judge your performance defensively when you never played a team who even fucking tried to create? It's crazy. But let me know your man of the match in the comments down below. I'll give mine to Mohamed Salah. I think that's kind of obvious. Usually, you can put Van Dijk in those conversations, or, Alisson, someone like that. And you know what? I'm not saying the defence was bad. I'm just saying they had nothing to do. So it's hard to say that, you had a world-class performance. It's crazy. It's like if you play against shit players who don't try anything in school. You've done well, you've tackled them, you've done your job, but you can't really judge that based on tackling what looked like friggin' amateur footballers. To say Football League 2 would be heavily disrespectful to Crawley Town and Alexandra Town, and say to Alexandra. You know what I'm saying? It's just disrespectful to friggin' Tranmere Rovers to say that was a Football League 2 performance. That was horrible. And you know what? I can absolutely wait to play that team again, because we'll beat them again next time we play them. But it's just that sort of way to victory. It's fucking hell. You know what I mean? It's honestly a horrible, 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 horrible structured football club, and I feel sorry for the fans first and foremost. But listen, besides the actual, I'd say aggressiveness that they shown, I'm just happy we could get the win. 3 points, top of the league temporarily, depending on other results. Hopefully Tottenham can drop points. Arsenal, City, we're asking for a lot to see all those teams drop points, but you never know. And until we see those games, we can only do what we can do, is win our football matches. We've done that today. I think it's Europa League next. Is it Nottingham or someone next? I'm not sure. But listen, we got a job done, yeah. We got a job done. I'm going to go and recover, because I'm not well. But if you did enjoy this match reaction, then smash a like. If you thought I was a bit too negative, I genuinely apologise. I did not mean to be. I just hated that game so much. But the result has made me happier, so that's all good. I can now be bedbound with a smile on my face. Anyway, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, only if you support the channel. If you don't like it, then leave a dislike. Let me know why you didn't like it in the comments down below. Until then, see you all later. Sayonara.